Show me an Irishman that can't tell a story, there ain't no such thing. And then my best friend is African American. I grew up with him in Oakland, his family. They were from the bayous of Louisiana. Also glorious tellers of tales. So all of my life I've been used to sitting and listening to stories being told. We didn't watch them because we didn't own a television. We listened. And I think that honed a skill of not only listening, but watching amazing storytellers tell and ply their trade. My mother's mother, my babushka, was the best teller of all. Every evening she used to do what she called fire ducking. She put a fire in the fireplace in the living room. She'd go in the kitchen and pop a huge bowl of popcorn. If we were lucky, she made fudge. She'd pick snow apples fresh off from the tree, and my brother and I'd go in with our little bowls, and she'd wedge apple and throw in some popcorn and fudge, and then she'd say, "Go in living room. I'm going to come in there and fire talk to you." And we'd go in and sit down and wait for her, and she'd launch into stories, and they were magnificent. I mean, I've heard them 1,000 times. It didn't matter. Each time she told them, they were amazing. I do remember whenever she finished a story, she would lean in to us and we'd lean into her, and we'd finally say, "Now, that story you just told, is that a true story?" She'd look at us over the top of her glasses and say, "Well, of course it's true story, but it may not have happened." What she was saying is profound. All stories are true, and whether the circumstance they described ever happened or not doesn't matter. The truth, in case you don't know, is the journey you take through the story. Did it make you laugh? Did it make you cry? Did it make you wonder about things? Did it make you seek and want justice? That's the truth of the story. Now, my very first story that I wrote, geez, it's been 28 years, was called Meteor. And this is based on a fact. We actually had a meteor in my mother's time. It didn't happen in my lifetime. Literally crashed into their farmyard. That meteorite is now our family headstone in the graveyard in the little town in which I live. And every summer, believe it or not, we have a Meteor Festival there. Some summers we even get as many as 4,000 people, mainly teachers and librarians and kids that come. And we have, I mean, it's not slick at all. This is a very small town, Midwest. But that was my first book. The second book was Keeping Quilt. Now, the Keeping Quilt we have here at the store preceded this version, and I know they're getting this in. This is the 25th anniversary edition. What's extraordinary about this book is I have added chapters that bring it up to modern time. It ends literally, the book that you have ends when my children grow up. But within this book I'm also talking about visiting schools, what have you. But in case you don't know the background of this book, it's kind of the origin of my mother's family. When all of the women and children in my mother's family arrived in this country, they were all wearing a scarf that is called a babushka. It literally kind of symbolized the country that they came from. It was important to wear it. And they wore kind of old dresses made out of very raw linen. And the book, especially for the children in this room, is all done in black and white. This is done with a number 2 and a number 6B pencil. The only things in color on this page are the scarf and the dress, which are going to become something amazing later in the story. But this was my great-grandmother, Anna. She came